Hello and welcome to Beck's Bug Out Survivor. So I've made permanent tarp pullouts. Now I have done videos where I'll show you an ad hoc way of doing it and it works well. But if you want a more permanent thing, it's not that difficult. The total cost was just £10, which was the adhesive. All the rest is know-how. The tape is to draw a silhouette around. I'm using seam grip. This is a webbing strap off a sleeping bag compression sack. A dry sack, which is no longer functional as a dry sack. It should be a good match. Another thing I could have used is perhaps an old raincoat. I'm going to make 4. Now if I cut to the inside line here, that should give me 2 pull-outs, either for the left or the right. I'll do the same again over here, and I'll have the other 2. All 4 have been cut out, 2 for the left, 2 for the right. I'll need to buff up the gloss side with sandpaper. It'll have a shiny side and a matte side. I'm starting from this webbing loop here on the end, coming up, but because I want to make tarp doors on the end here, that means my first patch has to be inwards of the second webbing. There and there, so I'm going to measure out . Tarp here already comes with a midpoint loop, so I can use that bit of webbing there as a halfway reference. Just grab my marker pen . And webbing number 4 on the right. Hello fella. I've come over 10 inches, come up I think 29 inches it was, and made my mark here, introduce my patch, it's where I want it, and I've just roughed up a little area like that, and I'm going to have to also add some PU when we're finished. Okay, let's return to the actual patches. This is off sleeping bag compression strap. What I'm going to do is form a loop. Now that is where the cord will be running through. I'm going to try and use as much webbing as I can to give it a bit of structural support and make the loop the size that you want it to be. Trim it off somewhere there. Slit right in the centre. I can find the centre just by folding over the circle, making a little crease, open it out. Might actually use a razor blade, just put that in. Get my webbing, fold it in half. Fit it through the slot. So it comes out the other side, make my loop. And of course once I've glued this webbing into place, I'll then glue the whole lot onto the actual tarp. Make sure I have enough, but I don't want to overdo it either. And some there, and I'm going to let it go tacky. Now fold that back and onto my patch, and just remains for me to do the other side here. And bring the second part over. I have a bit of time to play with this. It doesn't set instantly, which is a good thing for doing this. And I'm half tempted to put a couple of stitches between these two pieces of webbing on either side. Obviously I need to let that set first. I really recommend you use gloves at this time. I had a terrible time of getting all this off my hands yesterday, and it does actually come with gloves, this adhesive. Make sure that is coated. I'm going to let that go tacky before I put that on. Push out any little air bubbles, and when this is secured I'm going to put a seal around here, as well as re-waterproofing the surrounding area. So I'm just going to keep working on this. One small criticism of myself here: the discs are cut, weren't perfectly round. I've also put a coating of the PU adhesive around the patch, and that will seal water getting in from under it. I'm going to put the tarp up to do the other side, just so I can mark out where it is. I'm going to put them, also this time got some gloves. Once I've put the patch on to take the tarp down, and put some weight onto it. So I put the sealant adhesive around the edge here, and I can't get a fingernail behind that, so no water's going to get in. So when it comes to the other side of the top and getting the same placement for your patch, I don't need to measure anything. I can reach my arm underneath with a pen. This has all been rubbed down and marked out with centre, top, bottom, right and left. So I'm going to glue up one patch, offer it onto the top, pull it back off. That will give me the circle on the top where I can put extra glue. Got one of the patches all glued up, ready to go on. So I'm going to offer it up. And stick it on. Now I'm going to take it back off and glue up the actual tarp itself as well. Give that about maybe 6-7 minutes to go tacky, and then I'll put the patch on. The actual applicator nozzle wasn't flowing, although I kept it in methylated spirits overnight, so I'm going to repair that as well. Incredibly tacky now. Put the patch on, working from the centre out, work any air bubbles out. Once it started to adhere like this, I'm going to do the other side and then take the whole tarp down, put it on the flat surface and roll it with some pressure. I'm only doing it this way to position where it is it goes. Now, without doing both the patch and the tarp, you can see where some of the adhesive is actually missing. Got a tea tray which I'm just going to slip underneath. Now I've got a more solid surface to get some pressure on and get out any air bubbles. If you want to get some weight on this overnight, now is the time. Once you've ensured all the little creases and air bubbles are out. Stretch the material with fingers and flatten it. Well, I'm not going to air dry this because it's starting to rain, so this is coming inside for the night. Along that webbing, pull out, stay in my hands. Oh, should have put my gloves back on. Alright then, let's dig out the actual tarp. Find some lightweight pegs. A lightweight 4x3. There is one of the patches that I've made. It's very simple, including dry time. Maybe it took 2 days. Cost just the glue really, and my time. The glue or adhesive really, about 8-9 quid. I think that is good value. And there we have it. It's giving a brilliant bit of guy out there. I haven't got all the cordage I want, but I am in the process of ordering some lightweight. I'll be using either Samson line, Zingit. The only thing I haven't bought is a trekking pole and, like I said, long enough cord to guy it out properly. I just wanted to give you a taster of what this is like. I just wish I had the better cord, but it's in the post, and I'm also going to put on the little shock absorbers. Plenty strong enough. So it's a neat enough job. 8 quid. In total, I already had the dry sack to make it from. I think it's been a good project, easy to do. Don't be put off, it really is simple. Until next time, take care, and we'll take this out as soon as we can.